What's up, degenerates? Welcome back to Degeneration Nation, or if you're new here, welcome. Today's video is on our favorite Moorish sovereign citizen, Devon Rayford. In this video, Devon tries to debunk a debate between Joe the lawyer and some other Moorish sovereign citizens, and Devon, as usual, does an awful job. Now this one is going to be in two parts because Devon's original video is over an hour long and that's too much Devon for one sitting. So part 2 should follow pretty quickly. So without further ado, sit back, relax, and enjoy the video.
Excuse me, it's ma'am. It is
I am Sharon Tracy on Moorish mathematics.
I'm retarded. Fucking degenerate.
How you doing, everyone? Peace. This is Mansa from the Marinko Society, and we're streaming on three platforms tonight. We have some very special guests that are going to be discussing some things about the Moorish paradigm, sovereignty, Moorish, sovereign citizens, history, law, a lot of different things. So without further ado, I'm going to bring the guest on so we can get this discussion rolling. So we have Brother Aleisha, we have Brother Ilamir, and then we have our friend and guest.
Now, mind you, I didn't see this video yet, but I'm just watching it for the first time with y'all, so hopefully it's a good educational build, and I don't have to delete nothing, but let's get into it.
Hey, peace and blessings to everyone listening to this. The subject of this discussion or this debate is in regards to a book that Joe the lawyer had wrote in regards to sovereign citizens.
Oh, yeah, you're a sovereign citizen.
And he has a chapter in there discussing the Moors.
Correction, that chapter is on Moorish sovereign citizens, a more militant chapter of the sovereign citizen movement.
I found a lot of factual information in that book that I did actually end up reading in regards to Moors.
So basically, when the Moors deal with their nationality and their sovereignty, a lot of Europeans try to say that we're sovereign citizens, and Moors are not sovereign citizens, and we can never be.
now that's bullshit.
Citizens can never be sovereign. That's an oxymoron. Only nations are sovereign. So they throw that out there to try to, basically slander and discriminate. It's actually deprivation of nationality and infringement.
I love how delusional you are, Devon. For the 15 millionth time, Moors is not a nationality. Your nationality is American. Say it with me. American.
On people's rights, you know what I'm saying? But that's a whole nother story. But I want to see what they're going to talk about on this. Hopefully they got some good points and references. Now, Joe the lawyer, you see, and he's one of the ones that been going on with this slander campaign, slandering Moors, trying to say we're sovereign citizens. So hopefully they cover some good topics and good points in this video, because people need this information to see. I give y'all the facts when I do my streams.
Oh, wait, you serious? Let me laugh even harder.
But this is on a more professional, organized platform, so let's see how this works out.
So I challenged him to a debate or a discussion so we could get the truth versus the myth out in the open, and we could address all issues that has to deal with Moors. So the way the format's going to go, there's going to be a 5-minute introduction by both sides. There's going to be a 15-minute presentation. There'll be a 10-minute rebuttal, and then there'll be a 5-minute final word. So,
and I challenge any lawyer, attorney, prosecutor, judge, or mayor to debate me on Moors too.
Are you sure you want to embarrass yourself again, Devon? I mean, you lost pretty badly to Artie twice.
On our nationality and how y'all all, the governors are substitute bays. Y'all know who we are, and I challenge y'all that y'all keep calling us identity theft names like Negro, Black, Color, African American. These nationalities They're not even identities, they delude to slavery.
Wrong. I don't know why these idiots keep going back to slavery. Slavery ended 157 years ago. Pick up a book, Devon.
And I'll challenge any mayor, judge, prosecutor, anybody to prove that I'm wrong.
So far, every video, someone has proven you wrong. You still have yet to bring one piece of factual information. There's no such thing as Moorish Americans. You could look in any history book and you will not find it.
If you want to pass the mic to Joe, if you want to go first.
You have the floor.
First of all, I'd like to thank you, gentlemen, for doing this with me. I do have this styled as a debate. I don't know if it's necessarily going to go that way. I would say I don't know which parts of the book you have particular issues with. I would be happy to discuss and defend any claims that I made. But I'll also say that I'm open-minded, and if you guys present facts to me that makes me think that what I wrote in there was incorrect or wrong, or perhaps be stated in a different way, I'd be happy to change the text in there. My issues are primarily with people who identify as sovereign citizens, whether that be Moorish sovereign citizens, white people.
No such thing as white people.
I'm retarded.
So when he comes out loosely and say that term sovereign citizen, where is y'all getting this word from? What Supreme Court case ruled that somebody was a sovereign citizen? Where's y'all getting this from? What law dictionary do you see that term in? This is a term that y'all made up, just like Negro, black, colors, and African American, to try to control us. Once we start learning about the law and learning how to protect ourselves and freedom, they throw out these terms to try to say, you get what I'm saying?
I don't know where you get your delusions, laser brain.
You a sovereign citizen, so you don't have no nationality. That's what they trying to say. When we standing on our nationality, that term, it's a anybody that used that term should be getting locked up for hate speech, because that's basically slandering someone's nationality.
You obviously don't know what nationality is, otherwise you'd stop spreading this nonsense.
They want to say you're a sovereign citizen. That's like basically trying to say you're a terrorist. When you're enforcing the Constitution. Only nations are sovereign. Citizens are not sovereign. So anybody that says that, they an agent and they are part of a hate group. See what I'm saying? That's dangerous, but they don't get looked at like that. That's like me just basically saying whoever calls us black is committing treason and identity theft. Is it true? Yeah, it's true.
It's false.
These people that you see calling us sovereign citizens, or calling more sovereign citizens, or calling anybody sovereign citizen, is basically helping child molesters that want to rob and extort the people and commit contractual conspiracy.
What?
That's like saying I don't even know how to explain it, y'all.
Well, imagine my shock.
But let's get into this video, because I want y'all to, hopefully they saying some good things in here, and they not just both trying to be cool with each other and go along and kissing each other behind. Hopefully y'all really getting into some knowledge and getting to the truth, because you got these movements and these groups that all they do, they use the word sovereign citizen for clickbait. So if you go on YouTube and just type in sovereign citizen in the search engine and go to the most recent videos, you'll see all the videos got a lot of views, because it's a hate group and they use certain language. This is how they connect with each other on the internet. They'll use certain language like sovereign citizen, or, you know, just that's their main word. So under that word sovereign citizen, you'll see all the European, what we so-called white people. They're not white and they're not Americans.
What the fuck?
But you'll see all the European hate groups on the internet if you type sovereign citizen and just look at the most recent video. That's how they connect with each other about those type of words. And this is really like a terrorist group, and they dress up like they lawyers, they act like lawyers, but if you know what a lawyer or attorney really is, you'll see that. See his sign up in the back, agitator, and an attorney is somebody with American Bar Association card. So they're not even fighting for constitutional laws in the United States. You see what I'm saying? These dudes calling themselves attorneys and lawyers, but they not worrying about the Constitution. They enforcing statutes, codes, regulations, and ordinances,
which are all types of law. Genius.
So that's why I say it's a waste of time to even try to debate with them or explain anything to them, because they're traitors and they're terrorists. And they're helping the police, who are already unlawful and already domestic terrorists. That got proven so many times that they don't protect and serve the people. They only arrest code breakers and murder people.
Dumbass!
So I don't want to talk to these type of people. I don't want nothing to do. You know what I'm saying? Unless y'all about to pay me $500 for a debate for an hour, we don't really, it's nothing to talk about, because they don't care about the truth.
Cause the pot can't call the kettle black.
Their thing is just trying to kill us and trying to, you know, have a reasonable excuse for why they did what they did. Oh, he was a sovereign citizen, so we killed him. That's why they want to push this word so hard and make this seem like it's reality and real. It's not. And they made a lot of our people scared of this information by just saying that word, because that's basically saying someone is a terrorist.
Correction, domestic terrorist. And that's exactly what sovereign citizens are.
But how is someone a terrorist that's enforcing the Constitution with no gun on them most of the time? And y'all the ones who come up with guns. And when people are standing on law, y'all the ones who look all crazy and try to get all aggressive. If y'all was in law enforcement, why would you get aggressive when somebody enforcing the law and the Constitution? Y'all prove who y'all is and what y'all about, time after time. Y'all not constitutional officers. The sheriff is. The sheriff could lock a judge up.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying?
We don't see him do it, because they got the sheriff compromised too. A lot of them, most of them. But for real, they know what they're doing. And this is like this is their last resort they got. This is why they dragging this to the ground. And it's getting played out. Ain't nobody listening to it. The people that was with them is starting to see that these people is a hate group, and what they doing is trying to start race wars.
No, what we're doing is we're exposing frauds, such as you Moorish sovereign citizens, because there's no such thing as Moors. You're just sovereign citizens, radicalized sovereign citizens, who have nothing that backs up any of the nonsense that comes out of their mouths. You claim all this history and all this stuff, but yet there's no record of any of it anywhere. You're just a fraud. You're all frauds.
See what I'm saying? Ain't no such thing as a sovereign citizen. And it ain't nothing to debate about. These are acts of war. So I take it serious and personal. But what can we really do? We on the internet. You can't have no problems with nobody on the internet. And that's what they want. They want to start a little war, race war. They probably work for George Soros, but I started staying away from these people.
Bullshit alert. Bullshit alert.
Right. That's why you talk about me, Van, Virgo, Chuck, and anyone else in our group every day. Oh yeah, but you're trying to stay away from us. Clown.
Because the truth is always going to stand. And whoever been lying, the truth will be put out on that too. So there's no need to debate or prove nothing to nobody. Just let the truth stand for itself. That's all. In the world we living in, you see that the truth quickly gets silenced. Look at everybody YouTube videos when they come out and speak the truth about the virus or whatever. People who's telling the truth and living the truth, they get silenced. So it makes the lie look like this is correct because there's so much finances being put behind a lie, so many people enforcing a lie that you would think was the truth or supposed to give you the truth. It makes the lie look truth. Is why I always say I don't care how many people get together to promote the fraud. That don't mean it's right. That don't mean it's true.
You see, that's the difference between you and us. We back things up with facts and evidence. You back things up with nonsense and straight out lies.
The Southern Poverty Law Center already got arrested and convicted of racism.
Bullshit.
And they was the ones who's putting that information out about sovereign citizens and pushing that stuff. Now you got all these European hate groups on the internet using the same terminology to connect with all the other hate groups so they could get funding and they could war against the Moors and different people that's sovereign, whether they Indians or whoever it is that's standing on their indigenous rights.
Okay, boomer. Different groups, in my opinion. There seems to be one strand that runs through that may be sovereign citizens and, Moorish temple adherents or Moorish nationals and kind of mixing. But that,
Why do you concern about Moors sovereignty? You heard him say the Moorish temple and sovereign groups and this and that. Why are you so concerned about what Moors are doing as a sovereign nation?
Because you're not a sovereign nation, you're just trying to spread lies around. That's why we're concerned. We're just here to debunk your lies, and there's a lot of them.
Are you trying to tear down and infiltrate the Moorish nation? Why don't you worry about Christopher Columbus and your citizenship? That's my thing. And then, all of y'all, see, this is my whole thing. These Europeans...
You stupid, ignorant son of a bitch, dumb bastard! Jesus Christ, I've met some dumb bastards in my time, but you outdo them all.
We aren't Europeans, dumbass. We were born here, which makes us Americans. Just like it makes you an American because you were born here. Cut the crap with this nonsense already. It's getting really old.
And Jesus wasn't European or paleface. He was dark-skinned or black, so-called black. Y'all stole Jesus from us too.
You serious?
Sovereign citizen movement is large, right? And it encompasses a lot of different groups. In my opinion, there seems to be one strand that runs through.
Listen, the sovereign citizen movement was created by the FBI and the CIA.
That may be sovereign citizens and, Moorish temple adherents or Moorish nationals and kind of mixing.
Why is your issues with Moors that's basically enforcing their sovereignty and their nationality?
This guy is fucking stupid!
Because, again, Moor is not a nationality.
So this video should really be over because I just debunked everything.
The land of make-believe.
And it don't matter what they say, they cannot say anything that has any validity on Moorish culture or our history. Even if they right, I don't want to hear it.
That doesn't even make any sense!
I put a couple of things in my book addressing that. I'd be happy to talk it over.
Indeed. Appreciate your input.
Yo, I'm gonna buy a copy of your book too, cause I need some more toilet paper.
Were you dropped on your head as a toddler?
Why are you writing books about Moors and not writing books about Thomas Jefferson or Christopher Columbus?
Because Thomas Jefferson and Christopher Columbus weren't sovereign citizens.
That's what this all about. It's our land that y'all on, calling yourself Americans and European.
Joe the lawyer. Brother Elamir, do you have any opening remarks you want to make?
Yeah, I just wanted to say that one of the distinguishment I noticed coming from a lot of people discussing the sovereign citizen issue, and there's an emphasis on Moorish identity, whereas the other critics, you don't really get into the racial or ethnic identity of other sovereign citizens, and when that kind of happens, that actually walks on the line of racial discrimination, national origin discrimination. Whether you have a couple people who may identify as Moors that believe in sovereign citizen tactics is just not a justifiable ground to.
That's going to do it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and share it around. I'm also very interested in what you have to say, so please leave a comment below. Until next time, later days.
Yeah, you're a sovereign citizen.
Call the police! Call
Oh my god, you don't know you're lost!
You're pulling your gun on me? Hey, he's pulling his gun on me.
You degenerate fuck.